think about it. Like, at the end of the day, we're all just fucking like birds. I mean, theoretically, we're all just birds.
And with that,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't got wings, but I mean, they don't have like wings technically.
What?
You know what I mean? Like
I had you at first until you said birds don't have wings.
Oh, let's just go live.
We are live. Hey guys, it's Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and we're here on another Wednesday with the Pro Wrestling Unlimited Podcast. Nick, what's up, Birdman?
I don't. Apparently, we're live, and you don't tell me things when we discuss.
I count you down every single goddamn time. You stupid mother. Never mind.
Well, now I want to know in chat. Let me ask chat a question. Do birds have arms? Tim, do birds have arms?
No, they have wings, you dumb.
You don't know, man. You don't know.
You don't know. You don't
dude,
know.
And neither do you.
Let's see who we got here in the chat. Hey, we got Robert Cathy. We've got Jeff.
He's still alive?
Wow.
He's still here? Robert, it's been like 9 years since I've seen you, dude.
We've got Nicole Paulus, Derek Bocek. We've got Omega J, Mystic Eclipse, Woken King Slender, Leslie A.
Hi, guys.
What's going on, everybody, here on a
Mystic
Wednesday
Eclipse
night?
Says we are not birds.
This is our second live stream today.
I know. I'm already worn out. I want to go to bed. Dragged me out of bed at fucking
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Woke me up at 8. And I was really confused.
Hey, you didn't have to get up at 8.
Yeah, R.I.P. Bruno.
Yeah, that's it's a tough one. And we have a
what is going on, fucking lit boy?
We have a post up on the website PWUnlimited.net that's got just a bunch of different tweets from a bunch of different people in pro wrestling, either just giving their condolences or even sharing stories about Bruno. It's a very cool thing to see everybody and just the outpouring of condolences.
What is going on, WWE fan? He's new to the live stream. He usually watches on demand. Welcome to the show.
Sweet. Glad to have you here. Guest student says, you guys got me.
Diana Ark, I love whenever she comes in here, she just screams, and I love the enthusiasm. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Saprit Ramnathak. PW is GOAT.
Do you know what that stands for?
Yes. I'm not that unhip.
That's it.
With you kids and your slang.
Oh god. Do your kids know what goat means?
It means bah.
Oh my god.
It means goat.
Do your kids use like lit and stuff like that? Do they use that term?
No, the only thing my son does is he dabs.
Oh, your son's a good channel. Channel? Chopped.
What? Other than that, they know Disney Channel.
I want to know, according to the chat, who won the Superstar Shakeup? Because personally, I'd think SmackDown, and then at times I think Raw, because Raw got Baron Corbin.
No,
dude,
SmackDown got top tag team The Bar, top wrestler in Smojo, top call up in Andrade Cien, almost with Selena Vega.
I'd even say I would even say another good call up is Mystic Eclipse. Stop, no spamming, please. This is your warning. Another top call up is Sanity.
Yeah,
call up.
But
everyone thinks SmackDown, except for Calvin, who's like fucking Raw.
Well, no,
it's just not even. I can understand where you're coming from there, thinking about like in terms of star power, who got what.
Right, because like I was thinking of it. Best male superstar that moved. Well, who's the best female superstar that moved over? I think Asuka to SmackDown, I guess.
I wouldn't even say Asuka because she was basically on SmackDown.
That's what I would have assumed.
I'm
trying to say the best male that moved, the best female that moved, the best tag team, the best call up. I said the three, but I didn't say the female.
So the best call up I'd say would be Joe. No, sorry, not Joe. Almas.
Yeah.
Best tag team, Bar.
Yeah.
Best male, Joe. Best female, I mean, what other females got moved?
Well, let's check out this that I have here. A little recap of who went where.
Mm-hmm.
Start off with day one.
Day one is
Jinder Mahal moved to Raw.
And then immediately jumped.
Ruby Riott to Raw.
Cesar, that's really, really cool. Send his pop up there. He's jumping all the time.
Liv Morgan to Raw. Sarah Logan to Raw.
Are you reading these or are these recording?
No. Kevin Owens moved to Raw. That's big.
Yeah, no. Oh,
detective?
I honestly don't know.
The Miz to SmackDown. Breezango move over to Raw.
Asuka, Natty.
Natty to Raw.
Ooh, that transition is sick. The
Dolph
music
Ziggler to Raw.
is listening to
Drew McIntyre moves to Raw. Baron Corbin to Raw.
Can you turn the music down?
Mm-hmm. Bobby Roode to Raw.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's a little loud.
The Ascension to Raw.
We're
My
fixing
bad,
it.
guys. Zack Ryder to Raw.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
Yeah, like these are all the guys that got mentioned on social media. Mojo to Raw.
Oh boy, Mojo fucking
Mike
Ralph.
Kanellis to Raw. Chad Gable to Raw. And then on day 2, which was all SmackDown, SmackDown did get Jeff Hardy. That's a big one. Sonya Deville.
that's-
Mandy Rose.
I'm gonna try to type it. Versus Mojo.
Samoa Joe to SmackDown.
Joe.
Sanity called up to SmackDown. Big Cass to SmackDown. They want to use him as a top guy. Asuka to SmackDown. Gallows and Anderson to SmackDown. The Bar to SmackDown.
The Bar.
R-Truth to SmackDown. Can't get his days correct. The Immortal R-Truth. And Almas and Vega to SmackDown. So that's everybody that moved between the 2 days who got called up from NXT. And so it looks like the only females, they switched Natty Asuka and they switched Absolution and the Riot Squad.
Yeah. And I know a
Cesar
lot of
says, "You mean Chaos?"
Nah, they're in Japan.
They're in
I
Japan.
love that Okada referenced it. Jeff Hardy is the guy. Hardy. I can't fucking speak English, dude. Jeff Hardy is the guy to win all WWE titles. Good point. Now, thinking about who got the better of it, I think in terms of star power, it's almost the same.
Well, I mean, that's what you want it to be, is pretty even.
It's even, but just the amount of bodies that went to Raw are more.
But you have to. You kind of have to.
With 3 hours.
But at the same time, here's my thing on that. You would think you have to move more to Raw because Raw's got, more hours. But then that would mean, so I think, 19 went to Raw, 16 to SmackDown. So that's technically 3 less guys you now have on the SmackDown roster.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, face it, when did they last use Mojo, Zack Ryder, and Mike Kanellis?
Exactly. And I see some people in here. We didn't mention like Mojo just because.
No, I did.
No, excuse me, not Mojo.
Ember and
Ember.
Because those are from
Just
last week. I didn't count any
happened.
of the call-ups from last week. I was talking about just day 1 and day 2 of the shakeup.
Were they? No, I see. People are saying they were called Chaos. I think they were saying the Chaos is
No,
coming.
they said the Controlled Chaos or something like that is coming.
Because
No,
that's the name of their theme is Controlled Chaos.
Yeah, and when they showed the graphic on the screen with Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Eric Young, they had the Sanity logo.
Yeah, Trayvon Womack, he's right. Raw has a lot of the enhancement talent mid-card guys.
Plus, you also got to think, when they film Raw, they also film Main Event. So they need a couple extra lower-tier guys over there for Main Event as well.
Exactly. Do you have any, this is me asking, do you have any, stuff on Ambrose when that dude's supposed to come back?
Last I heard, 6 to 9 months.
God damn.
And I think Jason...
Wasn't he advertised for some stuff?
He was advertised for Access and some other signings over that weekend, and they pulled him, and nobody knows why. Nobody. Like Meltzer said, he's tried to look into it. He couldn't get any information. PW Insider said that they couldn't find anything else out about it. I don't think Sean over there at Fightful was able to get anything. So...
That's really weird, man.
Nobody knows what happened with Ambrose. It's got to be some sort of a setback that they don't want people to know about. I'm not saying it is. It's just the only thing I can think of why they're keeping it so quiet.
And, if you guys, I want to know what your guys' most anticipated feuds for Raw feuds for Raw and SmackDown, you can call into the show and tell us at 559-475-8473. That is 559-475-8473. Let me know what you're really excited for. If you could move one person to a different brand or something like that. And I see that we already have a call.
All right, caller, you're on the air. What's going on? Hello?
What's going on, man?
Going once.
Hello.
Hello? I can barely hear you.
All right, well, that sucks, but it happens.
Yep.
If you're going to call into the show, just make sure you talk.
Yeah.
Also, can I make a request?
Shoot.
If you're calling into the show, make sure
You turn us down in the background?
you turn us down in the background. This is just like a radio show. We don't want to hear ourselves.
Well, it's not even that. It's just we've had callers before that we're too, like, they have us up and on in the background, and we're too loud, and it actually drowns them out, and we can't hear them. So
Everyone go retweet what I just fucking tweeted on Twitter, please.
I would if I had my phone next to me.
Yeah, your thing got distorted as soon as you picked up, by the way.
Huh?
It was like super ear rape.
What happened?
Yeah, it's when you answered the call, you were like, "Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?"
My
Yeah,
bad.
you got really loud.
I will turn myself
God.
down all the way
If they
then.
do an NXT type of model, then everyone's gonna get some spotlight. Not everyone needs to be on TV every week. I mean, that's very true.
Right.
You know, you don't need every single person. You know, you don't need. I mean, and that's another thing is that if you don't show every single top guy on TV every week, the next week if they're on, or 2 weeks later when they're on, it brings for that really loud pop.
Just like with NXT. Well, you can't really, what you're trying to say, you can't really equate that to NXT because, yes, we don't see the same guys on NXT every week, but you're saying, like, you keep a guy off TV 1 week, the next week he comes back after being off for a week or two, and then he gets a good pop. But the thing with NXT is they film so much in one night, it's kind of hard to have that, oh, we haven't seen this guy for a couple weeks. Now we should be excited because they're going to see the same guys at least twice, if not 3 times in the same night.
That's also a very good point that I didn't even bother bringing up.
Yeah, because I've seen people just say that before. Oh, well, NXT, the guys, you don't use them every week and they get better reactions because of it. No, it's just everybody likes to cheer for everything at Full Sail.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I'd be damn excited to be at Full Sail.
I mean, there was...
Caesar's got to go to bed. He's got to get up in 3 hours. Shit, man, go to bed, please.
I mean, there was a time when Morrow first started over there, and people realized that Morrow was so loud they can hear him calling the matches, so they would try to quiet people down.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so...
Just let him chill.
All right, let's take
let him
this
do
call.
what he does best. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And did it... Nope, Skype didn't want to take it.
Hey, do we have our Twitter handle as commands?
Twitter?
Yeah, our Twitter handles as like commands for the thing.
I honestly don't know. No,
I don't think.
not. No.
Okay, that's fine.
I can set that up for next time, though.
Yeah, we'll do it for next time. That's all good.
All right, let's try to take a call.
Yeah, please. Anybody else? We'll talk about that in a second.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hello, how are you? How are you?
Good. Yourself?
I'm calling from Syria.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be fast. I'm gonna talk about the old thing. Actually, I saw it today. That at the WWE Hall of Fame, when Goldberg came out and did the speech, it was a great speech. No, more than half of the superstars walk out. I just want to know if that is true or not.
Oh, you're asking about people leaving during Goldberg's speech?
Yes.
All right, so what happened with that was that guys before Goldberg that went out there, like Hillbilly Jim and Ivory, went too long. Some of the superstars, actually a lot of them, were scheduled to be at Access and other kinds of events the next morning, that Saturday, and they honestly had to go to bed. They couldn't stay any longer. They had to go back to their hotel room. They had to wind down and get ready to go. So unfortunately, the Hall of Fame just ran too long, and a lot of them just needed to leave because they had to be up at the crack of dawn the next morning. There was nothing against Goldberg or anything.
There was they are against the superstars, not against Goldberg.
No, yeah, it
Or,
was nothing. It was
they are,
nothing. They didn't. It's not. It's not like they were against Goldberg.
Right.
They just had to leave. They
Like-
had to.
like they are disrespectful over that. Yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, I can see where you
No,
would
they're
think
not.
disrespectful, but I don't think it was. I think at least Goldberg probably understood, hey, these guys, they got stuff they have to do. They have other obligations.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes. No, thank you so much. Thank you so
Not a
much.
problem. Thanks for the
Have a
call.
good
Good
one,
night.
Cesar, you just said you had to go to bed. What are you doing? He was like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up in 3 hours. He's still here.
All right. If anybody else would like to call in,
If you're late for school or work tomorrow, don't blame us.
if anybody else would like to call in, 559-475-8473.
Yeah,
Cesar
Lit
says
Boys
6 a.m.
asking-
access. Was there a 6 a.m.? I know there's an 8 a.m.
Yes, there was a 6 a.m. access.
Was there?
They probably had to show up at 6 a.m. to be honest with you.
Yikes.
Litboy18 asks predictions. I'm assuming he means for the Rumble, the greatest Royal Rumble in
I believe everything except for the Cruiserweight title match has been announced.
Yeah, and I mean, do you want to just do them here? Do you want to do it as
Well, we
its
can
own
do
video?
it on next week's show because we'll know who's challenging for the Cruiserweight title
Can we do it? When is it?
a week from
Oh
Friday.
yeah. We'll do it next week's live show on Wednesday. Is going
Yeah.
to be a prediction show.
We'll do
How
the
about
predictions for the Greatest Rumble.
Yeah, Nicole, you're absolutely right. Hillbilly Jim didn't have to talk for an hour. Could have been cut off.
Oh, okay. I have a story about this.
Oh, go ahead.
So X-Pac was talking on his podcast. I recently found X-Pac's podcast. It's actually not that bad. And he was talking about being at WrestleMania and being at Access and all that. And he was at WrestleMania and he was chilling in the crowd with Maria Menounos. They watched a couple of matches and then they went back to Gorilla. He's talking to Triple H and he literally goes, "Man, who told Hillbilly Jim he can go all Broadway on Friday?" And Triple H looks at him and starts pointing. X-Pac turns around and Hillbilly Jim's standing behind him.
Jesus.
He goes, "It's all good. Hillbilly Jim's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He didn't take it personal."
See, Hillbilly Jim seems like he'd been like, yeah, I did go long, and you know what? Opportunity, and then just left.
Right? So I thought that was a pretty funny story.
You know, we talk about guys being super easygoing, and oh, well, I guess we're gonna take a call.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
I was gonna try to segue into Roman.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's up? I have two questions for
Shoot.
both of you guys.
I got two answers.
I've been hearing for the past 2-3 weeks that they're gonna let Rusev go and then a couple other superstars go.
Yeah, so Rusev's actually going to PWG. He's gonna
Lord.
be Supernova in PWG. He's gonna be called a Risev, R-I-S-E-V. Believe it or not. No, it's fucking bullshit. He's not going anywhere.
I haven't heard of anybody being let go. Maybe a couple NXT Performance Center guys, but other than that, because I heard they may cut some people from the PC, but other than that, I haven't heard anything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Go for it.
for the greatest Royal Rumble, I don't know why they would put Rusev against Undertaker when Undertaker barely came out of hip replacement surgery not too long ago.
Well, apparently,
And
another story from X-Pac, Undertaker told him he's feeling great, like he can go a while. He said that Undertaker literally told him at Mania, "I don't know why I didn't get this surgery a couple years ago. I feel great. I can go in that ring no problem." Undertaker feels with his new hip, he's got life.
I guess it brought life to him. But that's all I got for tonight.
Thanks, brother. We really appreciate it, man. Have a
All right,
great
have a good
night.
one.
What is going on? Passet King.
One other cool thing I heard on the Xbox podcast about WrestleMania. So he said that I think it was Saturday morning. They called him to do the access signing. Apparently, it was supposed to be Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash recently had knee surgery. He was having some problems with his knee. Couldn't make it because apparently the day before he was just on his feet all day at WrestleCon. So they're like, hey, let's get X-Pac to do it. So X-Pac went down there, and he was signing autographs, doing the thing. And he said that they cut people off, and they were like, all right, noon, X-Pac's got to leave. And X-Pac literally told the guy, I'll sign for everybody that's still in line because some of them waited like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and he didn't want anybody to feel cheated. He's like,
Good.
he goes, I don't want someone to stand in line and wait for me leave, and like the Miz come up, and they're all disappointed because the Miz isn't who they want to see.
Exactly. Can I tell you a funny story?
Sure.
There was just a time where I was going to meet a very no, it might not even been me. It might have been my brother. Was going to meet a very famous Oakland Athletics player back in 1995 when he was born. It was Mark McGuire.
Okay.
And turns out Mark McGuire had something to do. So right as it became my brother's turn, Mark had to leave. So my brother has a picture with the backup catcher for the A's. No one fucking knows who he was.
Nice.
But I do want to talk about something. You mentioned guys that were like super laid back, like Hillbilly Jim probably is. God, your Angels are getting just dismantled right now.
They did last night too. They lost 10-1.
Yeah, they did. Ohtani ain't shit.
He's got a what is it?
Oh, what's your excuse now?
No, oh fuck, I don't remember what it is. He had some sort of like a. Hold on.
Ooh. Yeah, he has some fake injury that you're gonna try to make up
It
to
ain't
cover.
fake, you son of a. Anyways.
He wasn't injured when he was getting all those wins.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now he
Well.
loses and he's injured.
Well.
Anyway, this is outside debate.
Anyways.
I love to death Roman coming back with the hair in the ponytail, the gold chain. He just looked relaxed, and it turns out that dude's super fucking over everywhere else in the world.
Right.
We're gonna
take a look at this clip from, I guess it was, I don't know exactly when this took place. It was sometime today in South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. The match was Roman Reigns, Elias, and Braun Strowman. Take a listen to the ovation Roman gets at the end here.
Check it out.
This goes nuts.
Yeah, no, they go ballistic for Roman. I don't blame him. Roman's a pretty guy.
I mean, outside of U.S. and I guess Canada, people love Roman.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna open the floodgates on it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna open the floodgates on that question. Let's just make sure the audio actually played out on that.
It did, but it wasn't loud. That's how it was sent to me, not that loud. So if it was hard, it might have been hard to hear. I saw someone set the volume up. If you do want to see it with better volume, we do have it up on our channel. Also with clips from a Seth Rollins Finn Balor match.
Nice.
Check that out on our channel. Got those sent to us today from people that were actually there live at the show.
Shout out to all the people that were over there at that South African show today helping us out. Really
And a couple people send us some stuff.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
So yeah, the thing there is just like Roman Reigns gets booed tremendously here in the United States, but then he goes outside the country and they love him like he's John Cena status.
He could be over in Japan.
Ooh.
Let me ask you a question. Honestly, and let's talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
If Roman wasn't in WWE, would he be over anywhere?
That's tough.
Could he be over with PWG? Could he be over with any of those?
I don't see why he couldn't. But at the same time, we don't even know if we don't know how Roman would be if he never went to WWE. Are you saying like never gone to WWE or left to WWE?
Nicole, I'm going to have to ask you to stop coming up with fake places. I don't know what this fucking Canada is. Get it out of here. It's not real. Get out. Back to what we were talking about. What I'm trying to say is right now the Roman Reigns character that we see, could he be over anywhere else?
But here's my question. Are you talking he was in WWE and then left or never came to WWE?
Ooh.
Because we don't know if he would be the same if he never came to WWE. We don't know. He'd probably still be trying to play Canadian football.
No, because here's the thing. To me, it's like I feel like the gimmick that he's stuck with who he is, and the way he acts, and the way I genuinely don't think without the WWE, that gimmick of the big dog top guy wouldn't be a thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to say. He would be completely different, probably.
Yeah,
And we don't know how
I'm
different.
saying
What
his character.
If you're just trying to say him and that character, how it is today. Say he left WWE a year ago. Maybe be over other places. Not in the United States. He'd have to go to the UK or freaking Germany or Japan.
Not be over in the UK. The UK fans are fucking ruthless. They'll tell you.
Yeah.
UK fans are ruthless, dude.
You think here's my question. You think he can leave the WWE, go work the indies, and prove himself like Cody Rhodes? And just show, hey, I'm willing to work and work and work.
Now, what did Cody do to prove himself?
Went and worked for every promotion he could and worked 6 days a week.
Big fucking deal. If you're a big fucking wrestler and you leave the WWE, you're gonna fucking James Ellsworth is wrestling for any fucking promotion. It doesn't fucking matter who you are. If you were in the WWE, you're gonna get indie deals. Cody Rhodes ain't shit. He joined the Bullet Club, big fucking whoop.
Cody Rhodes,
because he's wrestling for all these promotions. You could say the same thing about Austin Aries. You could say the same thing because he's holding 5 titles and 6 titles in like 27,000 different fucking promotions. Did he prove himself? Cody
before
Rhodes,
he came to WWE. See, here's the thing: Austin Aries was a big deal before he came to WWE.
Exactly.
Cody was nowhere before WWE.
And you know what? If it wasn't for the Bullet Club, he'd be nowhere now.
You don't think
those indie dates, all those shit fuck indie dates. If he didn't join the Bullet Club, he wouldn't be shit right now.
So
year? How long? How many years are we removed? 1 year or 2?
He left on May 2016.
Okay, so we're
because I remember exactly where I was when he left WWE.
Removed. We're 2 years removed.
Right.
If he didn't join the Bullet Club, I don't think anyone would give a fuck.
So
and you know what? Hey, congratulations, because he fucking joined the Bullet Club and he made a shit ton of money, fucking sold out All In. Congratulations, he's a fucking brilliant man. I just don't think.
Hey, we don't know if it's sold out yet. Tickets aren't even on sale.
It's gonna sell out.
We assume. Now, so you're saying without the Bullet Club, you're saying without the Bullet Club, he would have never gotten the biggest money deal in Ring of Honor history?
No, God no.
So no. You think they offer the Bucks Cody Rhodes type money next time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, talking about that though, what are your thoughts on being the Elite being over after episode 100?
Nick 316.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Father Sake, I got a little into the moment. You are correct. He was born and bred in Ring of Honor. Even Jim Cornette liked him. So, I'm sorry.
Anyways, back to the question. I mean, I don't know how often you watched Being the Elite, but episode 100, they ended it. They're done. Apparently.
Nice. I mean, it'll probably come back.
Some were saying that it was their favorite wrestling show of the week. They liked it better than Raw, SmackDown, NXT, New Japan, Impact.
Can I keep talking a little bit about Cody? Because I just saw something I wanted to bring up.
You can say whatever you want, brother.
Oh, God. So, Father Sake here says, Cody is undoubtedly the best heel in the indie scene. His mic skills, his demeanor, the way he looks, the hairstyle, the dress, how he comes off. Yes, completely heel related. The way he wrestles is very, very heel oriented. But my argument here is that his wrestling has not improved. Nothing has changed about the wrestling. Nothing has gotten better. Nothing has gotten worse. It's just stagnant. It's a puddle of water that is under a tree. It's a puddle of water that's under a tree. And all the seasons pass, and that puddle just stays there because it's not getting sunlight, it's not getting cold, so it just sits there as stagnant shit-fuck water. And that's what his wrestling is. It's just boring and stagnant. Yes, his mic work has improved 100 times. His character work has improved a lot. His demeanor, the way he acts and everything has been, flawless since leaving the company. But I don't think he's worth that biggest Ring of Honor contract of all times. Dude, Big Dog, I blew my gasket fucking 9 years ago. I blew that shit already. But, regardless, if it wasn't for the Bullet Club, I don't think he would have had a reason to turn heel. I don't think he would be as popular as he is now. I think the Rhodes name definitely helps, but it can only help to an extent. And that's just me. Everyone's gonna fucking hate me because everyone did. Remember that time I said The Miz was better than AJ Styles?
You sure did.
Oh goddamn! But Being the Elite is over now, which I mean, I never really watched it. I never really got into it.
Here and there.
But I hear it basically created storylines a lot.
I thought it was great. as far as not the show itself, but the production of the show. That's what I loved the most. They filmed 90% of it on their cell phone, and Nick Jackson edited most of it on his cell phone because they're always on the road. But if you guys want to call into the show, talk about Superstar Shakeup, Roman Reigns, or anything else that happened this week in wrestling, 559-475-8473. Again, 559-475-8473. And also
Text my brother.
Huh?
Text my brother to bring me water. I got real exhausted during that.
Let's take this call. Give Nick a little break. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, Tim. Hey, Nick.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Okay, so I have a question, and it's not more of a question, more of a comment. I love how they paired up Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre. Now, that leads to a question. How do you think that they should be booked now that they're on Raw, or who do you think they should feud with first?
I think Titus Worldwide is a perfect kind of starter feud, especially coming back up to the main roster. It sucks that it's them because I think they do deserve a few wins, but as we've seen in WWE, they definitely they're not afraid to kind of reward you for doing the job here and there. So I'd say that, and after that, once we get into like long-term feuds,
I think give them the tag titles eventually if they're going to be a legit tag team.
Give them the tag belts, and if they have no intentions on being a legit tag team, each other.
Eventually, yeah. Just like Shawn, and like I said, they remind me of a Shawn Diesel.
Exactly.
Can you see Dolph or Drew winning the either the Intercontinental title or the Universal title?
Not the Universal anytime.
Drew the Universal
Maybe.
at some point, not anytime soon.
But I can see either winning the IC.
Yeah, I see either winning.
I think Seth is going to hold it for a little while, maybe all summer, or at least till summer. I see Seth holding it maybe to SummerSlam.
Summer of Seth.
Summer of Seth. Ooh, that's a good one.
There you go.
All right, but thanks for the call and have a great night.
Yep, you too. Have a great night.
All right, got a shout out.
Thank you, Nicole. I'll read it since it's directed at me.
Shoot.
Nick, I would like to let you know that if Canada doesn't exist, which it doesn't, you wouldn't have basketball, baseball, or hockey because we invented those along with the light bulb. What a weird thing to just throw! Like we invented these sports.
They invented America's pastime.
What?
Right.
Light bulbs are America's pastime?
No, baseball. You dip.
Oh, I'm so fucking.
Let's take another call.
Mighty Mouth, I'm gonna fight you.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi, this is Rachel from Tacoma, Washington, and is it true that Enzo Amore, his thing with this girl over?
No. Last I heard, which came from Ryan Satin of Pro Wrestling Sheet, they're still investigating. I heard this last Thursday.
Oh, and now that Big Cass is on, and did they say Big Cass or are they gonna use Big Cass, or are they gonna use his real name? Because
Corey referenced him as Big Cass. Whether they keep that name or they go with Colin Cassidy, I don't know right now. But Corey did call him Big Cass at least once.
yeah, and now that Big Cass and Carmella do you see them getting back together?
Like on TV or in real life?
In real life.
Honestly, I don't know why they split, so I couldn't even say. I don't know the legit reason. I just know that they split up.
Yeah, and Big Cass, if they use his new name, they need to maybe come up with a better, theme song and way much better. Like, he can still use some of the moves and stuff. And I don't know why they brought Big Cass to SmackDown, is so he could be like, sort of like Andre the Giant kind of thing, kind of guy, because Raw has Braun Strowman and SmackDown has Big Cass now, so they can have,
Right. Here's exactly how I see it. They moved Baron Corbin over to Raw because Vince wants to try and push him as a top guy, or at least upper mid-card, almost top guy. So they think putting him on Raw, the A show, would be better for Baron Corbin to get a push. So they needed somebody that's kind of similar to Corbin in size, and that's where Big Cass comes in. So he's probably going to be putting that mid to upper mid-card U.S. title level where Big Cass was, or Baron Corbin was.
Yeah, and do you see Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, winning the tag titles at the Royal?
They have to, because the bar's on SmackDown. So it almost kind of gives it all away.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted to know.
All right. Have a good night. Thanks for the call.
Okay. Thank you.
I love when we have perky, upbeat callers.
Yeah, it's always nice when things don't go wrong. Oh, some more people asking me questions. Hell yeah, $5 from Diana Argonon. Tim, Nick, wondering what you guys would wondering who you would personally want to see be the top guys/girls with titles in the company. Personally, I want Seth and Roman and Sasha Banks. All right, that's a good question. So Tim, let's take one guy from SmackDown, one guy from Raw. Those are going to be the top guys on each respective brand. One woman from each brand being the top woman in the respective bands. You go first.
Thank
you for the $5.
So on Raw, I would use Seth Rollins.
Okay.
And this is a tough one. Thinking on who's on Raw,
you just said
Alexa Bliss. I love Alexa.
Yeah, that seems fair. What about
SmackDown? Daniel Bryan. And as far as females go, I mean, who do they really have? It's a toss-up between Asuka and Charlotte. I don't know who to pick there.
In the term of Raw, for me, I'm going to try to go different. I'm going to say top guy. Might as well just go with Finn Balor, actually. I'll go with Finn Balor as a top guy. Women's, I'd go with Nia. I think Nia can definitely be a top woman.
Here's my question. You think Nia's going to do well as a babyface?
I don't know. I'm worried.
So am I.
I'm worried.
I mean, I don't think she's going to fail or anything. I don't
think it's going to...
I think they pushed her so hard as a heel to all of a sudden just out of nowhere flip it.
I don't think the face is going to last very long. But for SmackDown, SmackDown top male... AJ? Top female Asuka?
Yeah, that works.
I was looking at something I believe on Twitter, and I don't have the tweet pulled up anymore. But it's basically like, the screen grab of Raw and SmackDown. They're all the top people there. Mm-hmm. And God, this Survivor Series team's gonna look fantastic.
Yeah, as long as everyone stays healthy.
Oh, please, for the love of God, stay healthy.
I mean, we haven't really had many injuries. I mean, Joe went down with it. Like the big names that went down with injury, Jason Jordan, Joe, and Dean. But other than those three, we haven't had any major injuries that hurt storylines.
Thank you again, Dan Argonon, for the $5 and that lovely question. I'm trying to think
about.
I'm thinking about Brock Lesnar a little bit.
Okay.
Are you gonna miss him when he's gone?
No.
Do you think? Would you miss him if he never came back?
No.
I would.
Why is that?
I think Brock showing up maybe once every 3 years doing some cool stuff would be nice. But I know that he won't because he doesn't want to lose. But
no, not necessarily he doesn't want to lose. It's the fact of right now he's the champion and he can't lose.
I'd like to see him in some storylines with some big names that don't involve titles.
Yeah.
That just involve like that, I like. Granted, it's a little rough. Ooh, Father Saka, we'll talk about that. It's a little rough having storylines kind of like the Taker thing, where no title was involved, but the fucking streak was involved.
Right.
But I'd like to see him in stuff that doesn't feel super consequential, but can definitely seem fun on TV. And it's something that we don't have to see Brock every single week because he's not the champion, so he can kind of show up once every couple weeks and do stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, who's that here? Father's Talking says, do you think Ambrose comes back to Raw or SmackDown Live? So let's do a little bit of fantasy booking here.
Raw.
If he goes to... Okay, so you say Raw?
Yeah.
You're pretty fucking confident.
I mean, they didn't move him in the shakeup.
So...
They would kill all kinds of kayfabe.
So he comes to Raw.
Yep.
First feud, who's it with?
He comes
How
back.
would you script his return?
He comes back as a heel. He says, "What the hell, Seth Rollins? You turned, or not you turned." He's like, "But, you know, you got a new tag team partner rather quickly. You didn't even bat an eye at me being gone. You were just like, screw it. I want to be a champion. Put me with somebody. You had that Jason Jordan fucker." So he's mad. He's
that
mad
wouldn't
at
really
Seth
that wouldn't really work.
Why?
Because Rollins didn't even want Seth.
Yeah, but
Rollins didn't even want
it's
Jordan.
not like he was like, if it's not Dean, I'm not the champion. I'm relinquishing.
That's very true.
Dean was like, oh, you only cared about the titles. You didn't care about our tag team or our friendship. You just wanted to be a champion. You would have done that with anybody. You would have, you know.
A lovely $4.99 from Omega J. Hates him and Nick. Do you see Samoa Joe getting a WWE Championship push? And when do you think Gargano will be called up? Absolutely see him getting a push. I say Gargano will be called up within the next.
I see Joe getting the title match at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah. Thank you for the $4.99, buddy.
I say.
That ties into my prediction.
Okay.
For my little bit of fantasy booking.
Shoot.
He comes back to SmackDown. Says, "Hey Joe, remember me, you piece of shit?" Hopefully by then, there's some kind of title on SmackDown. There's some kind of title, like the IC title. Then Joe just happens to have it because he won it in the ladder match, and Hardy dropped it in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So then they put him in a high-profile feud for a belt, whether he wins it or not. It's already people are gonna be excited, and I think that's the perfect way to kind of bring Ambrose back, is to have him finish off that stuff with Joe, go for that IC belt, because it story-wise it makes sense because Joe took him out. So I'm excited for that. I like it.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking too. He feuds with Seth, being mad that Seth didn't even care that he was out, and it's over the IC title.
Yeah, but I'd rather. I don't want to see
I get what
another.
you're saying, because Joe's the one that injured him, and Joe played up, like, even with Renee. Oh yeah, I took him out and this and that.
Yeah, so we talked about Gargano getting called up. You want to take a call first before we get on this next subject?
Don't got one. If you guys want to call in, 559-475-8473.
Yeah, call in.
We'll read some chat questions here for a second. Johnny, the Big Dog says Johnny Gargano versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 35. Unfortunately, Vince will still be in charge come WrestleMania 35. And A, he ain't gonna want somebody that's gonna be cheered more than Roman. And B, he was not gonna want somebody that much smaller than Roman in the main event.
I love the heel Gin. What? Gin?
Looks like a call. Heel Gin? Huh? I don't know. Heel Gin.
I'm stupid.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the U.S. title for a second.
We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah, well, see, I kind of think that it's going to stay on SmackDown because, a couple weeks ago, Randy Orton won that triple threat match to get a number one contenders shot. So if Mahal wins at the Greatest Royal Rumble, then what, they're going to have a SmackDown versus Raw match at Backlash?
I already think they are, because they're still advertising the Miz versus Seth Rollins for the IC title at Backlash.
Oh, wow.
And
I'm just wondering if you guys have seen the Andre the Giant documentary.
Amazing. Yes, I did watch it.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was awesome too. Well, that's all I just wanted to know.
Yeah, going back to your first question, though, about Raw and SmackDown matches, they are doing another one. It's going to be Joe and Roman at Backlash as well. Whether the title's on the line or not, we don't know. It all depends on if Roman wins.
I wish they would have waited for the, I just wish they would have waited for the shake-up till after Backlash.
Right.
It would have made more sense that way.
I mean, I think that's... or they should
continuity-wise,
or
yes,
if they knew who was actually moving before they announced all these matches for Backlash, then they just.
I'm sure they did.
No, well, you can't say that because last year when Bray Wyatt moved to Raw, he showed up at Raw thinking AJ was going to Raw and he was staying on SmackDown. He got to the building and they said, "Hey Bray, you're going to Raw. AJ's not. He's staying on SmackDown now." So we don't know if any of these moves, because there could have been stuff this year that was last minute that guys didn't know about. I know with both Natalya and Bobby Roode, they kept those such a secret. They didn't even put them on the run sheet for the show that on Monday. They were not even put on there. Yeah. So they see those two.
All right, well, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, not a problem. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good one, brother.
All right, you too.
Yeah, so they saw those two as like ones that they didn't want to leak out, and so that makes me, which I understand. Bobby Roode, they may want to push him as a big star, and as far as Natty goes, they didn't want her to get leaked out because they got big plans for her to possibly be working with Ronda. But I gotta say thank you to George Herrera Jr. $5 super chat donation. Says, "What do you think of Finn staying in Raw? I think he would have been great in SmackDown with smaller guys, top tier guys. I mean."
Yeah, so Raw's the land of the giants, SmackDown's the land of the workers.
True.
Theoretically, at the end of the day.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm fine with him staying on Raw.
Exceptions. Yeah, I'm fine with him being on Raw. He looks like a Raw guy.
Because, I mean, if you're really going to go that route, Seth, should he be on SmackDown too then?
Exactly.
So
exactly. A lot of super chats tonight. Thanks, guys.
I appreciate it.
That's always fun. Caesar, you said like 46 minutes ago, I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up in 3 hours.
So Pritz, did you watch the Bruce Pritchard podcast? Not yet. That's on my list. I'm gonna watch that for sure. I listen every single week to his podcast.
You gonna watch it tonight?
Maybe if not first thing in the morning.
You know what I'm gonna do tonight?
What's up?
I'm gonna play Fortnite.
You would.
Cause I ain't gotta work tomorrow.
Port to fort.
Mm-hmm. PW's making bank tonight. Yeah, I can eat tonight. Like I get paid.
Side note, the new Battlefield may have Battle Royale mode.
See, I don't like it already. Can you build? Can you build staircases
well,
like in
no,
Fortnite?
But it's going to be...
Well, there you go.
They're thinking about it for Battlefield 5. Anyway, side topic.
Yeah. Corey Graves, Bullet Club for life. That was funny. It literally meant nothing, though. Like, nothing ever happened of it.
Right.
This kind of turned into the Q&A episode. I don't mind it at all.
I don't
you guys
mind
have
it either.
Awesome fucking questions tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We totally didn't come into this not knowing what we were going to talk about, and I didn't get a text at 7 p.m. saying, "Oh, fuck, what are we talking about tonight?"
Hey, I knew some stuff. We had a little bit of a plan.
Tyler Wester, what questions?
He said, can you all answer my question? Ask it again, and I'll keep an eye out this time.
I'll keep a right eye. I'll keep both my eyes. Dude, this kid got a 17 kill in solo.
Yikes.
Hacks.
Apparently, what's his
See you later,
name?
Derek Bocek.
Was it Terry Crews?
Thanks, Cesar.
Apparently, he's pretty good at Fortnite. Let's take a call. Oh, we lost the call.
Let's not take a call. Trayvon Womack, can you see Big E as a main eventer? Mid-card.
I've been saying for a long time, he should be pushed to like the U.S. title on SmackDown. You keep Xavier and Kofi as the tag team. That way, you don't have to split up the New Day, but you can do a little bit different kind of a vibe with them. Just
you can have some solo runs with Big E, and then you can have them all group up together for big times. So I like it.
I mean, I know a lot of people would say let Kofi be the singles just because of his longevity in the company. I guess.
I mean, let them all be singles, and then just like when time needs for a 6-man tag, they can go together.
All right. So Tyler Wester says, when Jason Jordan returns, do you think he will turn heel? He will be a good one. Honestly, I don't know.
No idea. I don't even know if they know what they want to do with him.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I think they were just dumbstruck over the Kurt Angle thing not working. They thought it was going to work, and it didn't, so where do you go now? I don't know.
What's so funny to me?
Yeah.
Whenever Kurt Angle posts his actual family on Instagram, and everyone goes, "Where's Jason Jordan?"
Oh, yeah. Oh, you forgot you have an extra kid. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Oh, hey, Tim and Nick. This is Kev from VA.
What's going on, man?
I just wanted to talk about the Superstar shakeup.
Sure.
I was thinking about two names in particular, Charlotte and Finn Balor. I think in regards to Finn, I feel like going forward he might get buried on Raw, to be honest, because you have Baron Corbin coming in, you have Drew McIntyre, who's in that bodyguard type role, and he's going to eventually detach from Dolph and then move up. You have Bobby Lashley, and I think he might not get buried, but he's going to be in the mid card for a long time. I don't think he's going to be elevated with the guys that are there right now. I see a very long feud with Seth, because I can't see anybody else in the mid card world unless they insert Bobby in there, and then that's really about it with him. But I think it would have been better if he moved to SmackDown and feuded with Joe, and then that would have been really good for both of them. And then you can elevate Joe, and then you can do something else with Finn later. While elevating him too. But with Charlotte, my issue was that we all thought that she was going to go to Raw and then eventually meet Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35. But as I look at it right now, I think Asuka is going to turn heel and get her win back. And then she's going to end up meeting Ronda at WrestleMania 35, personally.
I mean,
that's some ballsy book in there, guy.
They could, but I still see them somehow setting up Ronda Charlotte so they can call Charlotte the greatest female superstar of all time, defeating both women that have streaks at WrestleMania. You know, she defeated Asuka's streak. Then Ronda can go and have like a 5 or 6 match winning streak leading into WrestleMania, and Charlotte can defeat her. So I could still see them somehow setting up Charlotte Ronda as like an interpromotional match.
I mean, like I said, I'm fine. Like personally, like even just as a matchup, Asuka is just better because they both have that striking type match, so that's just better. But they can do whatever they want. I think Charlotte was the perfect person to beat her, but I don't think it was right to happen.
No.
I think also Big Cass. Oh, my last thing, Big Cass and Daniel Bryan. Who do you have winning that feud? Because that's our next month and a half.
Is that even a question?
It's Big Cass.
I honestly don't know because I think that they're inserting Big Cass in there so he can not only get heat, but he's gonna end up beating Bryan by some underhanded tactic, and I think the Miz is gonna end up being like his boss or something. That's what I think is gonna happen.
That's what I said.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I really like that idea. That's really smart.
You didn't like it when I suggested it.
Well, it's because he's not you, and I like people that aren't you.
You bastard.
But I'm just gonna get off with this last thing. I do think that you're all gonna be surprised at this. I think Daniel should win it, but I think that they're gonna end up having Big Cass go over in that feud. Personally, that sounds crazy.
I think it all depends on how involved the Miz is with it. We do know that the Miz and Daniel Bryan will be fighting during the UK tour. So
yeah. But y'all have
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I mean, if you really want to push Big Cass, you have Big Cass win it. It won't hurt Daniel Bryan to lose.
No, it won't, and especially, you know how else it won't hurt to lose if it furthers the Miz part of it.
That's what I'm saying.
I really like having the Miz being
if it can help the Miz Daniel Bryan thing, because I honestly think you stretch that all the way out to SummerSlam.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have them trade a couple wins on SmackDown here and there, and then they just have the big blow off at SummerSlam. You do some stuff here in like a next month or so, then they kind of depart from each other, and then right around SummerSlam time, they come all full circle. Maybe something happens in Money in the Bank that brings it all back together, Miz Daniel Bryan, and then boom, you have the big match at SummerSlam.
There you go. And I think with that,
we're gonna take one final call.
Yeah, sure.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
So, Phoenix, Pentagon, and Okada are booked for All In. Who should they face?
Oh, shit.
I hope they don't do what everybody else does and just put Phoenix and Pentagon against each other, because that's what everybody does when they book those two. So, as far as Okada, though,
I'm going to wait to see who else is
That's what I was about to
confirmed.
say. We don't know who else. We still got, what is it? May, June, July, August. We still got like 4 or 5 months to find out who's all on or all in. So it's hard to predict it now because it's like, what do you do? Okada, Cody, Okada, Kenny. Because I would assume the Golden Lovers are going to want to be together.
Right.
So I think
they haven't announced Ibushi.
Right. I mean, I would assume Ibushi's going to be on that show. I don't see why not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a tough one. Like I said, I hope they don't just do the the normal what all indie bookers do and put Pentagon and Phoenix together because they know it'll be a good match. I hope they actually give them either a tag team to go up against or singles opponents.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you would fight Cody at All In?
Cody, if you want to have a match at All In, I'm not going to do it because I'm a bitch, but I can hire someone to actually do it, and I'll just be their manager. I can't fight him. He kicked my ass. I could barely fucking do 10 push-ups without getting winded and eating a fucking cheeseburger, but I'll manage someone. Hell yeah.
All right, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Thanks, man. Have a good one. It's always a good way to end the show.
I don't know where he was going when he was just like, "Hey, Nick." I was like,
I thought he was gonna fight me. I was so worried. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning into the show this week.
Yep, good show.
With that, thank you guys so much. You can follow me on Twitter at PW_Armstrong. You can follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited, or right here on YouTube and Instagram. Just search up Pro Wrestling Unlimited. If you're listening to this on iTunes or Google Play, be sure to leave a little rating and review. It helps us out a lot. Tim, do your thing.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at TimmyBuddy. And also you can go follow Fightful if you like pro wrestling, MMA, boxing. You want news from all of that all day, every day. Follow Fightful. Fightful Online and Fightful Wrestling on Twitter. They've got everything you're going to need there. And yeah, also got to give some love to Wrestle Crate and Strong Style Brand. If you use promo code PWUnlimited at either website, then you can get 10% off of your purchase.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much. Have a good one, guys.
Good night.